Hi guys, it's Spencer from LMS Motors. We're back again with this absolute beast of a Defender. I've only got this car for an hour, by the way, so excuse me if I miss some things out. To start this off, I'm going to give you a little story. I was a bit intimidated, right, because this thing is absolutely humongous. First thing I noticed when I drive this car is that I'm instantly over the fact that this car is huge. I think the fact that it's so comfy in here and so nice to drive, the steering's super light, everything is so user-friendly. On the normal roads, this car actually doesn't feel too big. So this is actually the 2-litre diesel version. Before we get into all the techie things, I'm going to talk to you about the interior of this car. Obviously Defenders. Now stepping in one of these cars have came such a long way. I actually went off-roading the other week in my mate's Defender, and I'll leave a picture of the interior up on screen right now. And we're going to compare that to this year's interior. We've got handles on the side here to step in case you're under 6 foot. For example, here's my short friend. Got it. Hop back out. Not too bad, is he? In front of me, we have a virtual cockpit and also a very user-friendly entertainment system. Down in the centre console, we have these beautiful dials down here which control the climate control. You can also raise the vehicle from here as well, so I've just accidentally raised it there. And now we have a crazy amount of ground clearance. Absolutely loads. I'll leave the actual figure on screen right now. I believe this actually has the most ground clearance out of any other Defender out there on the market today, even from like the 90s as well. If you're interested in buying one of these, I'm sure you've seen some other videos of it going off-road, but today we are taking on the public roads. I believe the only people to actually buy these vehicles at this spec anyway, I believe if you're going to go off-roading, you're going to get an old one, because a lot of people don't want to ruin these, but trust me, they're capable of going off-road. People that tend to buy these vehicles as well normally do a lot of shopping, normally do the school run. In the back there's plenty of room for the young ones, and also I believe over 800 litres of boot space. This steering wheel, beautiful wrapped leather all around, and also the spokes actually come off it. It's this really nice gloss black material. I don't actually know what it is. It's not metal, but it's not plastic. Yeah, it's really nice. Feels really well built, this car. A lot of new cars today that are cheaply made, you can creak a lot of the interior, but this car is absolutely solid. Down here we've got exposed torque speed bolts, which personally I believe gives a lot of character, because back in the day on the old Defenders there was a lot of exposed bolts and things like that, and I think that is a really nice feature. Down here you have crazy amounts of space down here to put whatever you want. You could put your baby in here if you really wanted to, but I don't recommend that. I'll tell you what, just to drive this car on a day-to-day basis, and from the outside it looks like your angry dad, but on the inside it's just sweet and innocent, man. It's so timid and it's so nice to drive. It goes around corners nicely. Obviously there is a little bit of body roll, but this version of the car, you're not going to be flooring it around corners. For a little 2-litre engine and a car of this size, it goes a little bit more than I expected to be honest. This car has privacy glass from the rear seats all the way to the boot. It comes with a big spare wheel as well. Another little feature of these cars, which I didn't notice until about 5 minutes ago, which I actually really like, behind me, just above my head in the rear quarter up here, there's actually a little skylight. Really nice feature. It brings a lot of light in the car, and also your passengers can stare and do a little bit of stargazing as well. Even though it's sweet and innocent to drive, I feel like the king of the road. It is big, don't get me wrong, but I'll tell you what, really not difficult to drive. Right now we're going to get into a little POV drive, the little segment of this video where I'll show you a raw clip of me actually driving it from my perspective, so you can get a better understanding of how it actually is. Not to drive from the camera being mounted to the window, you get to see what I am seeing exactly, so you get an idea of what it's like to drive. Let's get into that right now. I'm literally tuning it around the roads, no problems whatsoever. A lot of people just move out of the way for you, to be honest. On the entertainment system, we obviously have navigation. If you are low on fuel like I am right now, you can click show nearest fuel stations and it'll take you to the nearest fuel station. If you want to know anything else about this car that I haven't mentioned or I've personally just forgotten to mention, which I do sometimes, if you want to check out our garage, make sure you come down to LMS Motors based in the West Midlands. We have loads of performance cars, loads of cars like this. We have a full range of vehicles, so make sure you come down, check out the website and all the other links down in the description, and make sure you give us a follow because there's a lot of things coming. If you are a very small human being, don't worry. Obviously you have the grab handles to get in, but you also have the step outside. I personally think that step down actually looks really cool as well, but actually even me being 6 foot, it does help. If you didn't have that step, you would have to maybe do a slight jump. If you guys want to know some performance stats of this vehicle, then I'll leave them on screen right now. So pause in 3, 2, 1. Anyway, I haven't really took this thing over any potholes, so I'm not going to do that on purpose, but I have got a speed bump in front of me. Quite a harsh one as well. So I'm going to raise the vehicle right now. I can feel it going up. And we're going to hit this speed bump at normal speed. In my car, I'm all over the place. This hasn't got really any bolsters to hold you in. You don't really need them, but here we go. No problem. These ones are quite sharp as well. We've got one more. You ready? I'm just going to relax. In my car, I'll be like this. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to be all over the place. I'll be headbutting the window. A lot of entertainment screens are very difficult to use, but this one, you simply press the icon in the bottom right and you can access everything from this little screen here. From your heated seats to your climate control, from your music, navigation, valet mode, pretty much everything. Check this screen out. You click this screen here. Right now you can see around me, I'm on a big open car park in the middle of nowhere, right? It's actually projecting an image of the car park around me. It's got a very accurate representation of how bad my parking is. Let's see how accurate it is. Something to show off about. This is so cool. This is probably one of the coolest 360 cameras I've ever seen on a vehicle. I really don't understand how it works. You can even see the cars going past. I find this super impressive and it's probably one of my favourite features on this car. Obviously you can switch it off-road mode so you can see how close your wheels are getting to certain things, and with the tow-in, this will show you the rear end of the tow bar. If you have to tow people out, you can see what's going on back there. Obviously the visibility isn't amazing. You get a whole load of spare wheel in your rear view. With these 360 cameras, it's really cool. Really cool. While I'm at the petrol station and miles again onto the topic of fuel consumption, in this 2 litre version you'll be looking around about anywhere from 29 to 35 to the gallon, once again depending on how you're driving it obviously, and I believe the V8, the 5 litre supercharged V8 version, you're not getting any more than 16 to the gallon. It's a good thing to see that Land Rover in their design have kept a lot of the character from the old Defenders. Like, it still feels like a Defender, still looks like a Defender, a little bit more menacing, a little bit more modern. People can have their own opinions on that. They've kept a lot of the features, for example the exposed bolts here on the door cards here and down here in the center console. I really like the fact that Land Rover have thought about the old Defenders and kept the character. For example, in the new C63, it's a 2 litre turbo with the electric motors. A lot of people will say that it's not a C63 anymore. Obviously the 63 engine was heritage from the 6.3 litre M100 engine, and now it's just turned into some electric futuristic monster really. But a lot of the character that came from that 6.3 litre engine, and the last car really to have that was a W204. But this car has kept its character all the way through up until now in this 2020 version. Still got the character and it's not rattling to pieces like most Defenders are nowadays. Just arrived back at LMS Motors. That is pretty much it for today's video, guys. Quick fly through. I've had this car for an hour. I've done my best to get through everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next video, we'll be taking a look at a 400 brake Focus RS. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And also, as you can see from behind me, my view right now, we've got so many sick cars lined up. Most of these are ready to be reviewed as well. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. All the links are down below. Check out our website, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.